Awesome. Yay. All right. Well, some blessings on this rainy night. Here's the infinity sign of the 8. We go through the cycles. Yes. And this is the energy. I was saying we're going to have a new moon tomorrow night. And tonight we're in this little sliver of light of the moon. And so I just chose a card from my moon deck, and it says, proper rest helps me feel and look my best. And you guys all know that adage about when you go on vacation, you know, if you go away for 2 weeks, you need at least 2 weeks because the first week is just decompressing and then you actually relax the second week. So this is like, for most of us, I know some of you are still going to work and life hasn't maybe changed that much in routine wise for you, but for those of us whose routines are really limited, it's just amazing how we're all falling in. And my mother, for example, and you know, maybe you can identify as someone who never was home. She's going all the time, tons of things. She's always got stuff going. And she said to me this week, she said, for the first time, well, I'm really enjoying this. It's amazing how fast the days go and how I can sit and play my game and do this and, you know, go for a walk and all of a sudden the day's over. And this is this great invitation for proper rest. So the other class too, I said, you know, if you're getting ready to go to bed at the end, you know, 7 o'clock, and one of you looked at me and went, what, it's so early. But there is like some value to that too, to just taking these cues. And when you don't have a strong routine, I know a lot of you do this already, but just to, you know, to honor the sun telling you when it's time to wake up and when it's time to go to bed. And if you grew up on a farm, maybe that resonates with you a little bit more deeply. But here we are in this energy of the new moon, which is this invitation for rest, to drop in, to feel. This is the time where you kind of start to plant the seeds of whatever it is you want to bring into, you know, into reality or into your world or anything. This is the time where you kind of plant the seeds of that, and then, you know, we let it grow, let it grow, let it grow. Maybe by the fullness of the moon, something has changed. And then we have time to kind of bask in that creative creation as we go back. And then we get to do it all over again, right? It's that figure 8s, the 0, all of that energy of cycles. So welcome to your practice. And in the spirit of new moon, I've taken out the cauldron and I have a little piece of charcoal in there. And I have some powdered Palo Santo, which, let's see, it just looks like sawdust. And I'm just going to sprinkle some of that on top. And hopefully we'll get some nice, oh yeah, like a real cauldron just burning as the creatrix, the witch, the one who is deeply connected to the earth, creates and manifests the life she wants. So I bless you and I welcome you. And as you're settling in for this practice, I know you have your, oh, I'll take it all in for you. Let me just give one to heart. I know you have all your props around you, and feel this will just be, you know, a lovely twist and forward folding kind of practice. We'll just honor the rainy day, honor the new moon, and honor this call in to rest and to reset without guilt. Not that you have guilt resting in your yoga practice, but sometimes, you know, if you spend the day not doing much, we have this like, oh no, I didn't do much. Oh yay, I didn't do much. Is the way we should, let's take it back. Oh yay. Great, so here we go, my friends. Take your hands out by your sides, lift your heart, the wings of the heart. Take a nice big breath in, and as you exhale, maybe you want to close your eyes. Maybe you feel like smiling and opening your heart space with your breath, with your wings, with the lifting of your chest. And even as I say, it's this, you know, Libra scales. It's this, I don't know what's happening, but it's also like, here I am. Here is my heart. Here is who I am, right here. And I offer all that I am to all that I do, knowing I'm doing my very best in whatever is coming, whatever is in front of me. And take a nice inhale. And with great reverence, as you exhale, bring your hands together, bow your chin, feel yourself inviting all that is outside, all that is around you, all parts of you, right here to the center. And perhaps as you rest the thumbs in here, you can connect to your heartbeat. And begin to make little movements in your seat until you find that place where you feel connected, where you can feel the earth below you and can feel the sky energy above you. And as I talk about, the 0 number, the 8 number, and then here we take the number 1, is connecting to above and below, sending energy up, sending energy down in this linear way. And just resting in here, releasing your day, perhaps feeling some joy that you're here on your mat and the great unknown is about to unfold. And here you are, just engaging in your practice and whatever is being offered. And take a nice full inhale, my friends, lengthen yourself tall, and as you exhale, release the energy down into the earth. Inhale fully right to the top, hold the breath, and now draw energy from the earth right up into your heart space and draw energy down through your head, soften your shoulders, imagine the meeting here at your heart, and exhale your breath through your mouth. Take a normal breath in between. And then again, begin a nice full inhalation right to the top. Pause here, draw energy up and down, take in more air. Pause, draw in, draw up. Exhale your breath. Take a normal breath in between. And last one like that, nice full breath in. Pause, inhale deeply. Pause, maybe one more. And exhale completely. Take a full breath in and out. And let's open this practice and chant the sound of Om together 3 times. Inhale. Inhale. Bow your chin. Feel your breath, your shoulders. And just as you are with your chin bowed, let the hands just soften as they are. Take a full breath in. And exhale like this great sigh. Release your hands to your thighs. Lift your chin and open your eyes. We're going to stay seated. So do whatever you need to do with your legs. Sit up on something a little higher and feel free to shake them out, move them around. Good. And then let's start just by massaging the tops of your thighs and the sides of your thighs, your knees. Pardon me. I'm just putting in a little bit of effort. Maybe you're looking at your legs. Hello, you feel so good. Use the heels of your hands. Good. Okay. And then let's just go to the knees. We're just going to circle the knees. Feel your breath nice and even. And then reverse and circle the opposite direction. Good. Okay, we're going to take seated cat-cow from here, but before we do that, let's just turn the palms up and just feel that. You can close your eyes. Feel this great energy in your hands. Oh, I have to place these on our bodies now and just take that in. So place them somewhere and just receive that good vibrational energy. If I really tune in, I can actually feel it. So I'm sure I'm not alone. Feel that coming in. Good. And then let's stay here. Start to lean back and then release your hands to your knees as you drop your chin. So now you're in this cat pose. And then inhale, come up, lift the shoulders up. And as you exhale, roll the shoulders back. Let the hands slide down your thighs. Take your heart forward, lift your chin. You'll look up as high as you can. And then inhale, push into the thighs. Lift the belly, come up to center. And as you exhale, slide the hands to the knees, roll back, tuck your chin, even push back a little more. Good. And then inhale, up to the one. And exhale, shoulders back, heart forward, chin lifts. Good, inhale. And exhale, take it back. And as you take it back, you might even close your eyes. Or keep your eyes open, look into your heart. Good. Oh, okay, one more. Just heard heart make a noise that was appreciative. So let's do one more. Come forward. Let's add face yoga. Stay forward. Lift your eyes as much as you can. Take your lower jaw and thrust it forward and up as high as you can. So look up, take your eyes up, thrust the jaw forward, and now just as if the jaw is doing push-ups, push it up and let it come back. Push it up, let it come back. You're just stretching your neck muscles.
I used to do this as a kid.
Oh, perfect. Good. Do 5 more. That probably felt good. Good. And then press into your thighs, come up. Take it back, look into your heart, and we're going to start to circle. So shift your ribs over to one side, either side, shift forward and back. And you might close your eyes. Let your breath come in and even feel the shoulders can start to roll. You're just embracing this little dance. Let your head and your neck go anywhere they want to go. Yes. And even here, I show you my cauldron, my little baby cauldron. So I was saying that the pelvic bowl is called the bowl. And imagine here you're just stirring whatever's in your cauldron, the seeds you are planting for yourself, any dreams, any hopes, anything you want to create or bring into creation, manifestation. Good. And then maybe just do 2 more. And then we'll reverse and start to circle in the opposite way. And let it be like, oh, it just feels so good. Whatever would feel good. Maybe you use your hands a lot here. So you push the hands down and away. Something is going to correspond, and really letting the shoulders dance into this. And the head, and I hope you're smiling because it just feels so good. And you're just in your own space, just stirring. Imagine your heart space, like just stirring and just moving throughout and opening you up. Good. And great. And then we're going to end with a forward fold. So as you come forward, you might just walk your hands forward and let yourself come in here. And just as we do sometimes, with the hands on the floor, you can push the floor away and you'll tuck back a little bit, and you can pull the floor forward and you'll come forward a little bit. And you can just kind of play, rock your shoulders side to side, just experience whatever movement you can do here. Might not be a lot, but might be everything. Even keeping your hands where they are and just turning your body side to side a couple times. Just get into the side waist and just feeling your breath. If you have room to walk your hands further in front of you and go a little deeper, just inviting that in, and even noticing your feet, like if they're starting to talk to you a little bit, just starting to activate your feet way down below you, and maybe that's going to bring something really nice in. And then in the next 1 to 5 breaths, settle into this forward fold. So without, you kind of stop moving, let your head hang a lot. If you want to put your bolster underneath your head, or your hands underneath your head, or nothing underneath your head, just release your breath, your jaw, your eyes. And in this forward fold now that we've brought it into stillness, feel your breath. Feel how the breath is being, where it's filling. And then without moving your body, starting to deepen the breath, as if you could fill those places a little bit more deeply. You might even hold the breath for a moment, the pause, and then let it go through your mouth. Just smiling so things don't get too serious. Okay, if your legs start to feel like they're falling asleep, but you can be okay with that. If they're starting to cramp a little bit, and you're still okay, then be okay. If you need to stretch them, that's what you need to do. Just be here. You can let your head go a little bit more, and just let your jaw go a little more. And then if your head can hang quite a bit, you might start to just turn it side to side, or just kind of you might even make some figure eights, but it doesn't have to be. It might just be side to side, gentle movements. Nice. And then just letting that go too. And then start to walk yourself up out of this. And I'm just going to maybe you might keep your eyes closed. And from here now, stretch your legs out. Maybe you open them wide. I'm sitting on something, I know you can't tell, but just so you know. And then I'm just going to open the legs wide, put your hands anywhere if you need to lean back or you need to lean front, whatever it is, and just be here. And feel like, just as we did at the very beginning of class, just sitting, and I said, lift your heart. You can take your hands out if you want to, but you don't have to. They can stay on the floor. Just feel you can lift your heart, take the wings back. And there is this invitation to lean back a little bit. So the more we open the heart, take the shoulders back, and lean back. Good. And then let your jaws go. So you even can drop the lower jaw quite a bit. Move it side to side. And then just being conscious to let the jaw be open as you breathe. And as you let the jaw go, whether you're breathing through your mouth or your nose, the tongue might kind of be blocking the throat off, that's fine. Then just see if you can feel a corresponding release in your seat. You're sitting here, wide open, lips to earth, here we are. And just let that open jaw release you more deeply to the earth. Good. I'm just taking one more breath here, whatever that is, just feeling this period of transition. Good. Okay, from here we're going to bring the soles of the feet together into Baddha Konasana. And so I encourage you to put blankets, blocks, whatever you need. If your legs don't come down nicely, then prop it up. And we're just going to come to the soles of the feet, massage the feet. And as you do that, then, so I have a friend, Paula. She's been on here a few times. She's a fabulous massage therapist. And so I sent out that little survey, and I asked if you're interested in self-massage. A lot of you said yes. So I've asked Paula to come and do a full-on self-massage class. So I was saying to her, you know, oh, she's watched me do a massage. She said, oh, it's so interesting to watch how you do it because I pay so much attention to the arches. And it was just interesting because I do, like, as you know, this is where we hold a lot of stuff. Some of us, you know, we tend to put weight in the arches and that will affect the knees and all of that. There's so much with the arches. So love your arches. And that's just a little taste of what's to come. But here's my version of a foot massage. So just whatever it is you're doing now, take your thumbs and start to paint horizontal lines. Like maybe you go right to the heels and let's paint lines up and down the soles of your feet and just get to the balls of the feet. We're not going to go to the toes yet. Just paint lines and then do it again up and down a few times. This is good work for the thumbs too, my friends, right? We're also getting this nice benefit of strengthening our hands. Okay, and then just come right to the balls of the feet. And then I'm just going to lift my foot up. You're just going to massage around the balls of the feet. So starting from the pinky, working your thumb up to the big toe and back. And then what we're going to do from here is we're going to slide the thumb in between. Let's start with the big toe, second toe. So you slide the thumb in between there and you're just going to pull down, push the thumb. So it's right at the base of the, the pad of the thumb is right between the big toe, second toe. You're going to pull down so that, yeah, and then see, can you lift your heart? Maybe you can sit up a little taller. Drop your shoulders, keep pulling that in, smile, and then release. Take the thumb out, put it between the next two, push in, see if you can lift your heart. I'm just adding that, we're fine, breathe. And then release, and work your way down. You might have to switch now. You might use one of your fingers to go in between. As you work your way down, you know, you kind of see what works. So you're just putting some pressure in the space of the toes. And great. Okay, and then once you get to the pinky, you can release. Now we'll just rub the toes a little bit, give them some twists. Yes, okay, and then just rub your feet up and down, whatever you do here. Yes, okay, now we're gonna go to the inseam of the leg, and we're gonna go with the heel of the hand. And you're just going to press in, you know, and up, and you might move whatever you know, heel of the hand doesn't work, you can go to a fist with the knuckles. And, you know, oh, let's go all the way up to the inseam of the thigh. Like this is, and when we get to the inseam of the thigh to go back down, let's just take the heels of the hands and just push out to the knee. And let's just do that 3 times. Like this is a nice tender spot for most of us. And then we'll go back down to the inseam of the calf here. Just working that a few times. Great. And then just go up and down. Yeah. Okay. And then now notice, oh, where's the most sensitive spot? Maybe in the middle. And then maybe we just give that some love a little bit. You can work up and down or just twisting and breathing. Put as much pressure as you can. Good. And then we're going to go back to the arches of the feet and just give those some love again. Okay, then we're going to take the thumbs to the center of the arch of your feet. I know you can't really see, but I'm just going to take my thumb right to the center. The hands will just hold the tops of the feet, and I'm just going to push in and down. Then I'm going to try and lift my heart. I might start to make little circles without actually moving, like I'm pushing down with the thumbs. I'm just going to circle here. Now, here's a spot where I feel little things of, I don't know, stress, tension. Hopefully you are too. Breathe. If you're not, then start to walk your thumbs around a little bit and just checking out this top of the arch here. Good. And then release that. Maybe shake your hands if you need to do that. We're going to do one more with the top of the foot down. You're just going to use your index finger, go between the big toe, second toe, and just press and trace the line up the top of the foot. And then you'll go to the second toe, push in, just trace the line back. And just do that again with the next 2 spots there. Good. And then we'll just go back from the pinky toe, just tracing the line. These are nice meridian lines in Chinese medicine. Good. And then just give that foot a rub, and we'll do the same with the other one. And so again, just use your index finger, start at the space of the second toe, big toe, and use some pressure, paint a line to maybe the divot at the back of your foot. And just do that. We're just gonna paint lines and breathe. And go all the way back up to your big toe. Good, okay. And then give that foot a little rubby. Yay, okay, great. And then let's sit with the soles of the feet on the floor. And I'm just gonna turn myself, put the hands down. You know, I love this. Spread your fingers, open your heart, and just come to windshield wiper here. Just moving side to side. Good. And let's do one more on each side. Okay. And then we'll come to center, feet on the floor. Let's cross the right ankle over the left knee. If you need more room, you know, move the foot. And then again, we're just gonna come to this side to side. And you might turn your head, you know, do whatever you need to do here. Open your jaw. Let's do one more on each side. And then we'll come to center, change, readjust your seating, and then find your lift of your chest, and just come back to your windshield wiper action here.
We haven't changed foot yet.
Oh no, we changed sides.
Oh, we did, yeah.
Yeah. Good. Nice. Okay, one more time on each side. And then bring it back. Good. Come and sit. Nice. Okay. You move your hands around. We're going to sit in Janushirshasana. So let's have the left leg extended and the right leg in. And again, you might sit on something. And we're just going to start with this little like thing we were doing, just to kind of get the hips. So you want to feel like the hips are moving here a little bit. And you could do this with your hands on the floor too. You're just turning side to side. You can use your hands anyway here, but there's something a little bit extra when we lift the hands. Okay, good. And then coming back to your center. Good, so you're facing the center, and we'll have the right hand on the floor, reach the left arm up, and just crescent yourself over. You use the right hand to push the floor away a little bit. Extend. Good. You can even open and breathe. Okay, so stay here in this stretch. Soften your legs. So if that means you have to back out a little bit, see if you can just soften your legs and breathe. Take one more breath in and out, and inhale and come up, and just pause for a breath or two. Feel all that good medicine. And then we're going to go to the left side. So the left hand comes down and reach the arm up. And I'm going to crescent over here. And again, you might look up. Maybe you can lean back a little bit and open if you need to bend your arm. You know, even try that. Oh, maybe that's good for you and you're going to really like that. And then be here. Good. And take one more breath in and out. Good. And then inhale, come up. Keep your arm lifted. Turn and face this left leg. And as you exhale, just take it forward here. Bring both hands to either side of the leg. And here's where, you know, you can use your props. If you have a bolster, you want to throw one over your legs and rest your head, you can go there. Otherwise, be here, wherever here is. The right hand might reach over to the outside of this left foot, but it doesn't have to. And then we drop in. Okay, so wherever you go, my friends, just say like, I'm in a place where I can smile. Is this enjoyable? Can I move my breath nicely? Can I release my head? And just feel all the good stuff here. So perhaps you're feeling a stretch underneath the left leg. Beautiful. You feel the breath opening the back. You can feel the head releasing, your jaw releasing. Good. You can take one more breath in and out. And then we're going to come up, but if you have a dog on you, you can stay. And then slowly come up just to feel that. We're going to come back through those two poses again on the same side. We're not changing sides. We're just going to change them a little bit. So from here now, take your left hand on top of the left leg or maybe in front. So we get more of a twist. We're going to turn to the right. Okay, so wherever you want to put that hand, now reach the right arm up and start to come into this side bend again, a little bit different. So maybe the hand is on the leg. You can also drop this right arm over your head if you wish. And just feel like, oh, I can take that right side of my chest back a little bit. And then breathe and smile and stay in the stretch, but notice, any tension in the hips, maybe you need that. But if you can start to soften that a little bit, let the lower jaw be soft. Good. Let's take one more breath in and out. And you can stay for more, but otherwise we're going to come up, turn to face the left leg, and exhale, come back into this forward fold, however you want it to be. Ganesh me. Just drop in and breathe. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of something here. So as you are, just stay here, breathe. I want you to feel like you could take that left hip and almost pull it back. And as you do that, the right hip is going to kind of roll in. And so just kind of see if you can get that little bit of extra in the hip. So you're bringing in a little bit of muscular intention. If that doesn't feel good, let it go. But if you can feel like the left hip is pulling back and the right hip is rolling in. And then you might hold that for the next few breaths, and then you can let that go. Okay, so we're here for another 5-10 breaths. So that's your invitation to drop in. Let the jaw really go, the eyes really be soft. Just enjoy this oscillation and cycling of your breath. This release of tension through the jaw, letting the head hang. Good. Okay, and then slowly taking your time, you come up. You can stay for a few more breaths if you wish. And as you come up, you might keep your eyes closed. We're going to open both legs out. You're going to move your toes around, but then just come back to being in this Upavishta position. And your hands behind, maybe sitting on something, eyes closed, and just feeling the difference in the two hips, even the legs. And just receiving this pose here, the imbalance as you sit in balance. Legs are both out, but there might be a big imbalance between the two sides. Good. Okay. And then from here, we'll just fold that left leg in to tree pose or wider. And we're just going to come back to this moving side to side thing. So that the hips are moving, your chest is moving. And again, you could do this with your hands on the floor. Just moving your chest. And just feel like, oh, here's where my hips are open. Here's where they close. I can feel that. I can feel how good it feels to turn one way and maybe not as good to turn the other way. And it doesn't matter because we're going to do both. Good. And just do one more. Good. And then come to just be here for a moment. Good. Okay. And then from here, left hand to the floor, right hand's coming up. And we're going to crescent over to the left. And you're just going to be here, however that is, whatever you need to do. See if you can open your chest. You can take the chest back and then maybe open more. You might be able to look up, but if that's no good, that makes the shoulders uncomfortable or the neck. And just look straight ahead or down. Good. Take 2 more breaths. I guess those are my breaths. One more. And then we'll come up and just pause for a moment. All that goodness being released. And then from here, we'll take the right hand to the floor. So it just comes to the outside, lift the left arm up and crescent over. Notice, this side feels a little more crunchy. You can floss a little bit. You open your chest and close it if you need to do that. Lean back a little bit. You want to drop your arm over your head or keep it straight. Just breathing into all your discomfort and all your glory. And then inhale, come up. And as you exhale, turn, face that right leg and extend yourself out. Both hands to the floor, either side of the leg, or the left hand can cross over. Just dropping in nicely, gently, knowing that we're going to do this 2 times. So don't need to be at your maximum anything here. It's that place where you can smile and drop your head. Release underneath that leg and just be with whatever it is you're feeling here. And just being with your breath, so letting that jaw release, the exhale come from the mouth, and then slowly coming back up. And again, eyes may stay closed, just be here. Just feel the body unwinding, and then we're going to ask it to twist a little more deeply. So put the right hand now to the inside of the right leg or on top. You might adjust, turn your hips, find that place, and then reach the left arm up and slowly move yourself in. So it's a deeper twist. So be kind and loving and, this side's way tighter than the other side, or this side feels way better. Adjusting, if it's too much, move the hand so to the outside of the leg. Maybe you can even take that left shoulder back a little bit, like you're leaning back. Feel all that good spacious invitation happening through that left side waist. And we'll take one more full breath. Release it. And then come up nice and slow. You might keep the left arm lifted as you place the right hand out. And then exhale and come back into forward fold in whatever way. Just releasing yourself, being with your breath and the presence of everything that's coming up. Okay, so then I'm just going to add this same thing. So as you are, you kind of, it's like pulling almost the right leg back. Like when I pull the right hip back a little bit, then I'm going to feel that the left hip is going to roll in. And I might hold it there just like that, kind of just inviting balance in the imbalance. And breathe there, 3 breaths, 5 breaths, 10 breaths. And then you stay in your shape and you can slowly release that. So you can actually feel what happens when we, drop in. And then we're here for 10 breaths, my friends. And you don't need to count them, but you can. It's really let your eyes be soft, your jaw soft. Embody this shape. Receive what it is offering you. Smiling and loving it. Okay, and then taking your time, you'll slowly extricate yourself out of this. And as you come back, we're just going to come back with the legs wide again. So take your time and move in slow, move whatever you need to, and be with your breath. So we're going to take our last forward fold here with the legs wide. So I might, kind of move them around, press the heels into the earth and lift yourself up. And then as you exhale, walk yourself in and just coming to that place, wherever that is for you. Again, letting the jaw go. Honoring this shape. You might move the hand, push the hands away and pull forward like we did at the very beginning in our seated Baddha Konasana, I believe. Just you might move side to side or sway your shoulders. Let's take some time here for dance. And just feeling and creating and recreating. Inviting in and letting your hips move as they need to. So taking 3 or 5 more breaths for your dancing, for your moving. And then we're going to drop into stillness. So you can walk your hands out or walk them in. And your forearms, whatever you need. Where you start to feel the stretch happening in the legs. Maybe you feel something in your hip crease. Let your jaw go, see if that helps. So that you're in your stillness, but you're in the movement of your breath and the connection of your awareness to soften, to release. And as things open through the legs, the invitation to soften the heart forward comes next. And even just imagining your heart, wanting to be offered to the earth, whether it ever touches the floor. Your intention, you plant the seeds. Here's the time of planting seeds. So it's not really about getting to the fullness of the pose. It's about the offering. I offer my heart. I offer myself. And if this is a place of great discomfort for you, this particular pose, this is the doorway. Just take 5 more breaths here, smiling, enjoying backing out or backing in as you need to. And then we'll slowly come upright. And just taking your hands behind, and you might bring your legs together, your feet together, or come and sit in cross-legged. Whatever you need to do to kind of come out of that for a moment. You might give yourself some leg massages and some love for a moment. Okay, great. So from here, my friends, I'm just wiggling because it feels good. I'm going to take you onto your backs. And we're just going to do some, yes, dance with me. We're going to do some back release. And we're going to also do supported bridge pose. So if you have a block, bring it in. If you have a bolster, new bolster you want to use that, and or your blankets. But just start right away on your back with nothing other than something underneath your head if you like that. Good. And great. And it's just taking a few moments here. You can windshield wiper. Just kind of release your hips. And you know, it may not have felt like you were doing a lot, or maybe it did feel like it was a lot. Just release your hips here. And then we're going to bring the knees into the chest and just hug in. And just take a few breaths here. Maybe you flex your feet. Just hold your knees in and let your jaw go. If your knees want to come apart, if that's better for you, you want to put your strap over your knees or your blanket over your knees to hold them there. That's fine too. We just want to receive some breath into our low back area here. So you can hold them in nice and tight, but if they are a little loose, that's fine. Let the shoulders go. And just feeling yourself breathing into your low back. So, okay. So from here, what I'm going to have you do, and this might not work for everyone. You're just going to figure out what works for you. But this pose is I take the legs over the head. I'm going to grab hold of maybe the backs of my calves or maybe the heels if I can. I'm just going to pull the legs in. At the same time as I do that, I'm going to press my tailbone towards the floor. Maybe I'll add some flexion in my feet. So I'm imagining I've got some traction from the heels pushing away and the tailbone dropping. And I'm drawing the legs in towards my chest. Let the jaw go. Soften your shoulders. If it's too much, grab behind your thighs and just pull them in. Otherwise, be here. 2 more breaths. Even in the discomfort. Good. Okay, and then release, bring the knees back in. Breathe here. Well, I feel like we need to do that again, just because if that was, you weren't sure, or whatever it was. So start to take the legs over your head, and you might just grab behind the thighs, right? Or behind the middle of the calves, or maybe the heels. And you flex your feet. You pull the legs towards your face or your chest. And then you anchor your tailbone. You push the tailbone back down to the floor. So if you've been sitting all day, just feel this bit of traction. And then release, bring the knees back in and breathe here. And okay, let me just check the time. Okay, from here then we'll just, let's do a couple circling of the knees. So you can keep holding on and circle them, or you can put your hands down on the floor and just circle the knees nice and slow, or quicker if you want to, but nice and slow is good. You might keep the knees together, feet flexed. Feel here you're stirring the cauldron from the other side a little bit. Reverse this circling, circle the opposite way. If circling's too much, you can rock side to side. Just, this is like a bit of a back massage. And having the legs over our head is just good for them. Changes the blood flow, energy flow. Good. And then as you settle in, we'll just hug the knees in again. And as you hug the knees in, just move your hands up and down in front of your shins and just hugging it at different points. And by doing that, you actually are massaging different parts of your back. And just do that. Nice. Okay, then I'm going to just take the legs up and over the head. This time, I'm just going to take my arms down. Nothing too major. You might flex your feet. You might push them if you feel like you want to push. That's fine. You can, rock and roll a little bit as you take the legs, pump them. Otherwise, just drop in and breathe. Allow the weight of the legs or the thighs maybe to push into your tummy. And so you could just hang out here and breathe. If you want to rock and roll, that's totally yogi's choice. Just release for the low back. I know a lot of you are coming from work and you've been sitting, so it's just a nice little release here. Just softening your glutes, your jaw. You can turn your palms up if your arms are just on the ground. And then you start to feel the legs moving with your breath. Let's just take at least five breaths here. Just letting whatever it is you're doing, you're just opening your low back. Good. Okay, and then if you want to grab the legs again and kind of give a little bit of traction pull, you can do that, or go ahead and set your feet on the floor. And take your time. Once the feet get on the floor, I'm going to have you readjust yourself. And then you can grab your block or your bolster and put a block or a bolster underneath your sacrum. And just give yourself a little lift. So whatever height, if you're using a bolster, that's great. It's a little bit different. One supports the bones, and you use the block, and then everything else drops off. And when we use the bolster, it's nice and soft, and everything can relax, but you're still getting the benefits of being upside down. Yes. And then melt in. I know a lot of you like to play here, and by play, I mean lift your legs up in the air, and you might move your legs and kind of explore space like you were 5, which is fun. So you can take the legs wide apart, or one in front and one up in the air, and play around, or just keep your feet on the floor and just receive whatever feels good. Like I said, getting the legs above the head or up in the air is always good practice. And even if your feet are on the floor here with the hips lifting, we give the heart a different way to pump. And it's also super, I want to say relaxing, but that's not really the word, but like stress relieving maybe, to have the heart above the head. And just breathing and being. Softening if you're resting in, and if you're moving, then I hope you're smiling and enjoying some playful moments. And wherever you are, just allowing the back of the heart, the back of the head to be connected to the earth. Make any adjustments you need. If you have your eyes closed, you can imagine your gaze is looking into your heart. Listening to the flow of your breath. And just noticing, particularly if your feet are on the floor and you're in the restful place, a little bit of tension that tends to creep in, as we tend to kind of reconnect with this stress or tension we carry at the back of the shoulders. Just allowing and constantly re-inviting the head, the back of the heart, the parts of you draping over the block, your third eye, everything dropping. So you receive this position of inversion. of inverting yourself. It is an inversion. You have your heart above your head. It's dropping in. If you're still playing, that's fine. If your feet are on the floor, then just be here deeply. Just feeling the flow of your breath in this position, the softening of your belly, your back. Softening the third eye all the way to the back of the head. And feeling where you place your arms, imagining them as your rested wings. Just rechecking all those places. If you're still playing, that's fine. If your feet are on the floor, then just dropping everything that's lifted, softening your third eye. Okay, if you're on the bolster, you're just going to stay there. If you're on the block and you're not on the first height, then just lowering your block down to a lower height. So if you're on the lowest height already, that's fine to stay there. And if you're on a higher height, just coming down and dropping in. So by dropping in, I mean feel that the heart can just drop into the floor and spread out. Back of the head, the jaw. And then, if your legs are stretched straight, then that's fine. Maybe bend them, put your feet on the floor. And we're just going to come to this windshield wiper action here with this little lift. So just moving, it might be very slow and it might go nowhere near the floor. This is just really a chance to move the hips and the hip crease, the sides of the waist a little bit. And then with this little lift, you might turn this into a circling. So you might keep just rocking the knees side to side, or you might find a way to kind of circle your hips, your knees, and then just reversing, doing this in the opposite direction. And just maybe coming back to side, and then to your stillness. And then just take 2 breaths here as you are, melting to the earth. And then we'll lift the hips, take your bolster. If you're using a bolster, you might just push it down between your hips and your heels. Your block can come out completely. And just coming down, drop your knees together. Take a few moments here. We're going to bring the knees back into the chest. Just to feel, to kind of move the back in, just hug the knees in. You might flex your feet, drop your shoulders, your jaw, tuck your chin in a little bit. And then from here, my friends, you're in perfect position for a happy baby if you'd like to go there. Otherwise, you can start to move yourself into Shavasana. So whatever feels nice for you, if you're ready to go to Shavasana, go there. And if you're in happy baby, you might rock. You might take your thumbs and just kind of push in between the spaces of each toe. Just walking your thumbs in between and giving a little push here to these nice pressure points. I think this is your shoulders and reflexology and probably so much more. Good. Okay. And then anything else you need to do, you want to twist, circle, whatever it is, you want to take a bridge, I might do that. That's yogi's choice. And then I'm setting up for a nice Shavasana. A little support underneath your head is always nice, and a blanket to cover yourself, always nice. Sounds like it. Eye pillow, sandbag, bolster underneath your calves, your knees. Just allowing yourself to take a few moments to feel and make any changes, anything you need to be more comfortable. Just relaxing your hands, your jaw, your breath. Find you're lost in your thoughts or not able to be very present, just bringing in a smile to drop yourself in more deeply. Gently bringing your awareness back to your breath. Inviting in any movements. Makes sense. Maybe just starting with the feet and the ankles and the toes and the fingers and the wrists. And stretch your arms over your head and bending your knees, placing your feet to the floor. Rolling yourself to one side, just resting in fetal position for a few breaths. Gently pressing yourself up to seated as you're ready. So take your time, you don't have to rush. You could still be in your shavasana too if you wish. As we are in this energy of this dark moon tonight and the new moon tomorrow, then let's just take this moon mudra. We interlace the last three fingers and we're going to circle the thumb and the index finger together and interlace them. So you make a circle, you pop them together. These three interlace to make a little basket. And you can just place that in your lap, lift your heart and bow yourself down to your practice, to your breath, to your presence, to this body and this time of connection. As we make the connections within, we make the connections without, such as honoring the moon cycles and acknowledging the cycles of the moon, which at one time all of our ancestors were so in sync with. We invite that energy of nature in here. And taking a full breath in, lengthen yourself. Maybe you pause, hold the breath as you bring the hands together in front of the heart. And as they get there, bow your chin and exhale. And then pause here. Smile. As you inhale, re-lengthen, nice and tall, lift your chin and exhale as you are. And we'll join together in our May We Be Blessed mantra. We'll inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy. Let's seal that together with one Om, my friends. Inhale. Om Shanti, Om Peace, Om Namaste. Bless yourself and lift your chin. Gently open your eyes. Inhale and exhale into your hands. Get your breath and offer it out. Yes, thank you so much. Namaste, guys. And I don't know why this popped in my head. If you have more time to take legs up the wall, that might, I don't know, maybe that's for somebody here who needs some legs up the wall. I'm psychic now. So I love you guys. Thank you so much. And I will see some of you tomorrow. Have a great night.
Nice.
Yes. Oh, hello, Pete. Yay. Yes, I see you, Pete. Hi. 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 Go see Dad. Hi.
Hi.
Johanna.
Thank you, Sharon. Good. Thank you, Ian. Thinking about you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Thank you, too.
Hey guys.
That's good, boy.